Please welcome Jason Martin.
So I actually have a little secret that I hope Leadership Atlanta knew about, which is I actually don't have a solution to any of Atlanta's problems. But I believe you do. My name is Jason, and I'm the founder and executive director of a Georgia-based nonprofit called Community Guilds, but most of you may be familiar with our largest program called STEAM Truck, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math. And we're a growing fleet of mobile innovation labs that goes to schools. And when we're there, we bring high-tech tools where kids can solder or use 3D printers, and low-tech tools like chop saws and band saws, even simple hammers and screwdrivers. And we've grown. We launched with one vehicle 5 years ago. Today we have 6, and soon, because of actually some of the support here in this room, we'll have 9 vehicles that go off and serve at least 15,000 kids a year. Oh. Thank you. And the work is quite amazing. When someone like Janaya, who was born on the West Side, has access to real tools and technology and community experts and tackles a real problem and helps someone like Haley, the girl with the blonde hair, who was born without arms. But this past work is actually not my big idea. Instead, I'd like us to imagine what would happen if we start to use these mobile innovation labs out of the school day when they're otherwise just parked being idle, and allow the broader community to tackle real problems together. And this idea came to me during a issue day with Leadership Atlanta, with the best class ever, coming around together and really becoming inspired about what we can do. And at that moment, really hoping that we can do something, in this particular case, about eliminating educational inequities. And we ended up having some really great conversation. But nothing really happened. I wonder what would have happened if, at that moment, even a small group of us came together and began to tackle that problem. Now, Camp Twin Lakes is an inspiring story that's told in Leadership Atlanta. And I think it's something that we should aspire to. However, I worry how many times that we have brought people together, people who are passionate about something, who see a solution, and nothing happens. How many Camp Twin Lakes ideas could have been? So, I would like to propose what would happen if we allow these mobile innovation labs to go out and allow the community to tackle real problems and allow dreams and passions into realities. This is the big idea that I have. And this is how I see it could work. Number one, we will have, probably this summer, maybe the fall, a single focus. And we'll have that focus for the entire year. We will work on the future of work, and we'll ask ourselves the question, how can we create a more resilient workforce for the future? Now, the solutions to this, depending on the community, can and should be different. In one, it might be about access to early childhood education. In another, it may be that we have to allow women access to skilled trades. But wherever we go, we'll spend that year talking about and thinking about the future of work, which leads to the second point, where we park the truck. I do not want to reinvent the wheel. I also don't want to create a special event. Instead, I'd like us to find places where there's a natural synergy, where there's something actually already happening. Perhaps we'll park at the next issue day for Leadership Atlanta. Or perhaps we'll park right outside the Alliance Theater after a performance of Sweat, which was a play about the future of work. Any place where we have put people together who have become inspired, who see the problem, but also potential solution. It's those moments when we can do good trouble that I want to tap into. And it's at those moments that we will use Steam Truck and our staff and other community experts and tools and technology to actually make something. I think that it's the creation of something together that's really the difference here. So we can go beyond brainstorming and ideation to actually creating something. I think there's something that happens when you create something together, even if it's a prototype, that starts to catalyze support. And my hunch is that if we can have more ideas be shown in a physical way, actually have these prototypes, we'll start to have more folks invested and more ideas can become reality. Which leads to the third part. We will take these promising ideas that we have cultivated and we'll start to amplify them. We will start to point people in the right direction. Perhaps they need to work a little bit longer in a community makerspace or community guilds. Or perhaps there's another nonprofit. There's also existing innovation hubs, incubators here in the city. And my idea is not that we lack for ideas in the city of Atlanta, is that too often to access these opportunities is predicted by zip code. So I believe in this. I believe this is an opportunity for a small group of people to come together. But look, I'm also a realist. I know that oftentimes when we do this work, it will not result in something that will actually happen. And I'm actually okay with that. I'll be absolutely ecstatic if even just one of these ideas becomes the next Camp Twin Lakes. But I also know that the process of doing this together will do three things. It will allow folks a sense of agency, empowerment, and I think it will also, oh my God, I just forgot the third thing, but it's really important. I'll come back to it. Sorry about that. There are really three things. It will also allow new champions to emerge. I wonder what would happen if Steam Truck wasn't parked for Janiyah to come out and tackle a real problem. She had access to tools and technology and some support, but she was just considered like an average student. An average student was able to do this. I wonder how many Janiyahs there are in every single community. This is also a personal story. Steam Truck was just an idea on paper for almost 2 years. And for 2 years, people would say, that's a great idea, Jason. But nothing happened. It wasn't until I literally borrowed a truck and all the tools and technology and parked it on Georgia Tech campus, with their permission, and allowed folks to interact with this thing that was once on paper that now now I get it. That the idea has taken off. I think it's now time for Steam Truck to help others and other ideas take off. So here's the call to action. There's going to be some information at the end of this presentation to contact me, but you can also go to our website, steamtruck.org/big idea, and join our advisory panel or steering committee. We also do need resources. With $50,000, we can get the thing moving. And third, I am looking for a couple corporate support, one or two that really want to see this thing to the end with us. Also at the end, there's going to be a poll and a question where it asks, where should we park Steam Truck? Please don't say your kid's birthday party. We get that often. Instead, think about the places that, through this talk, you're starting to see and imagine what could be the synergies. And when I started this, I said, I did not have any solutions, and I don't. I have a unique process that I think can empower communities to work together and build something. And I still believe that the solution to every problem here in Atlanta is in this room, but also can be found here in a park, or here in a church, or a march. Any place that people have come together who are passionate, want to do good trouble, that's the place that we'll go. So, let's ensure and let's offer an opportunity to inspire the community to build something together, because I believe that when communities create something and not just imagine it, more great things will happen. The next big idea is out there. Let's go find it. Thank you.